because it's always 5 o'clock somewhere, and just because you're stuck at home doesn't mean you have to be stuck with subpar cocktails. Today we're gonna make the classic French 75. It is gin, champagne, lemon juice, and simple syrup traditionally. Now, it dates back to 1915 in World War I, and a bar called the New York Bar in Paris, later called Harry's New York Bar, and proprietor and bartender Harry McAlone, who created this cocktail, and it was said to have packed such a punch that you would feel like you were shelled by an artillery gun, a French 75 artillery gun, field gun, back there in Paris, something that is used really for traditional purposes today. But the first one is gonna go over smooth. The second one and the third one, that's when you're gonna feel the punch. We're gonna use a dry Northern California gin today called Benham's gin, made in the classic style in barrels, and it's just very, very smooth. It's made with the classic ingredients, juniper and coriander, and they also have their own proprietary blend of some simple ingredients, including hand-zested citrus, which makes it the perfect accompaniment for this cocktail. And if you don't want to use an expensive champagne, we're using a Cremant, which is made in the champagne style, but because it's not made in Champagne, France, we cannot call it champagne. But you can always get a split if you're not going to end up drinking the whole bottle, but we're not worried about that today. We're also going to use a master of mixers, simple syrup. You can use simple syrup on your own. You can just use a sugar cube if you'd like, but simple syrup is very easy to make. But if you don't have the time or the inclination to make simple syrup, master of mixers to the rescue. And of course, some fresh squeezed lemon juice. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start with mixing up the cocktail and our jigger. So we need an ounce of gin, and we're going to mix up the first ingredients before we top it off with champagne, because anything that has any kind of syrup or sugar in it, you want to make sure that you incorporate that fully. So we're just going to use an ounce here of gin. Let's put that back. We need a half ounce of simple syrup, and we're also going to use a half ounce of fresh squeezed lemon juice. Yes, it's worth the squeeze and worth doing yourself. Okay, we've got that taken care of. And let's see, what am I doing? Okay. Now we're gonna mix that up. Just give it a good shake. All right, that's good. We will strain it into our champagne glass, of course. It's a beautiful, kind of cloudy yellow color. All right, this is gonna be good. And we'll garnish it with a lemon twist. You don't have to get too fancy with the garnishes, but we try sometimes, and we waited till the show here to pop the bottle. That's always the most fun, isn't it? Boom. Yes. Sounds good no matter what time of day it is. So brunch, before dinner, after dinner, this is a great cocktail. Okay, so let's see how this turned out. Obviously, I need to continue to work on my pouring skills. Okay, and your garnishes are gonna turn out a little bit better too, by the way, if your lemon is room temperature. So let's see if we can try to make this a little fancy. We'll cut this up because the heat is gonna make it a little easier. So if you wanna wrap it around like a cocktail pick or something like that, the heat from your fingers should help it hold its shape a little better than it would otherwise if you just took it out of the fridge. So that looks like it's working perfect. I'm pumped. Let's put a little bit more champagne in there, shall we? Why not? Sparkling wine, champagne, whatever you got. There you go. Cheers. The French 75 with Benham's gin. Ah, so refreshing, so refreshing.